honest. What's cracking, like, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. We are back with some coffee talk. We are going to finish this game today. So, see what time of the chill's are. We're going to play the guitar. Lovely. Just beautiful stuff. Let's see it. On a short break to refresh and wreak havoc on return. Post recs on my channel. On my sub. What's Jorgi saying? Born and raised in Seattle, still lactose intolerant. Milk. Yes. Last night was wild. Ever had a night like that? Take an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take good rest once in a while too, everyone. Cool. Rachel be Racheling. Normal schedule. Dinner with the team. Is it Gollum? That's cool. Gollum Orca. I don't know what that cool yellow thing is. Cool. That's the manager. Anyway, me. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up and the weather's keeping up. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Okay, first of all. Me. Good evening, Mr. Hyde and Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Gala, well, it was fine except I was a little exhausted. Me. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? Gala, no, that's not it. It's just... well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Me. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? Gala. Nope. But I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Me. Pre-Fury symptoms. Gala. Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for the Fury. That changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask. But it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Gala. Small, but annoying. Yeah, that doesn't sound pleasant. Gala. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual. And a bit crankier as well. Yeah, Is there a drink that could help you with that? Gala. I never found one, but if anyone could come up with it, it's you. Yeah, since a Gala had a soothe your Fury, maybe it would work pre-Fury as well. Gala, maybe. But I think it'd need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine and maybe blue. Okay. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Blue pea. Milk and ginger. Milk and ginger. Gala's here. That looks wonderful. It's got a cute little werewolf on it as well. Here you go, a Gala tea for you. Gala, do you come up with these names on the spot? Me. No, it takes a bit of soul searching. Tailor it to the situation and so on. Gala, that almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Yeah. Call it a sixth sense. Gala, right. Let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Gala, wow. This is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Me, very happy to hear that. Me, what's with the long look, shooter? Something happened? Actually, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. Me, my help? Hide. Come on, it wasn't that bad. No, I was too tired. I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Hide. Ugh. Gala, but most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. Hide. There's nothing to worry about. Gala, you say that, but then you spend the entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hide, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. Me, I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? Gala, you bet we did. After I walked out of here, headed home and found this one. Lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy it sucked the colour out of the room. It's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help me. Help him. I'm at my wit's end. Me, Mr. Hyde. Hyde. Fine. Truth is, I'm bored to death. Well, I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old. I've never been this bored in my entire life. Yeah, interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. Hyde, 40 years old in vampire years? I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Gala, eyes on the prize. Intervention first, gossip later. Me, my apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? Hyde, my job. Me, what was that? Hyde, my job. Gala, hey, no need to shout. Hyde, well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? Not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but modelling stopped being fun ages ago. Me, you did mention something like that last time. You were trying to leave modelling behind them. Hyde, yeah. Me, is there a specific reason for that? Hyde, it's all just so brief. Back when I started modelling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well made and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then, social media came, and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Yeah, isn't that changing these days though, with slow fashion and the like? Oh, that's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. Gala, what about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. Me, so are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Hyde, maybe so. It'd be nice if I did something that people remember. That became part of their lives in a real way. Gala, you do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you. Hyde, that's not the same thing. Gala, maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. Hyde, no thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts. Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Gala, do you see what I'm dealing with? Me, it does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde. Hyde, yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met. He likes Is it? That one, right? Tejahi was... No, it wasn't that. It might have been. Zoba, hibiscus, ginger, ginger. Coffee, ginger. What's coffee, ginger? He loved the Zoba. So Jahita broke it. Coffee, ginger. Yeah, fuck it. I guess we'll go with that. That's what it says here, anyway. I was thinking it was going to be that that hibiscus one, but apparently not. Here you go, Mr. Howard. You seem to like this well enough. Huh. Gala, nice. And you lost your bet, Howard. Me? A bet? Gala, when Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. Hyde gets to buy me dinner, at a place I'm not choosing. Hyde. Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? Gala, you know it. Me, have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Gala, let's see. You say it, Hyde. Hyde, he's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Me, wow. Gala, yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Hyde, just rub it in my face, why don't you? Lua! Oh, hi everyone. Gala, hey Lua. Hyde, hi Lua. Busy night, I said. Me, I miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. Lua, that's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologise for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. Hyde, it's right. They're kind of fun to watch. Gala, how are things with you two, by the way? Lua, just let me order before I answer, if that's alright. Me, of course, what would you like? Lua, I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Me, definitely something with lemon and honey. Lua, sounds great. I'd love a lemon honey drink then, please. Okay. Lemon. Lemon honey. Lemon honey chocolate. Sorry. Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Lua, thanks. She called me doctor. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company is trying to get a big contract, so I've been organising meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. Gala, that sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. Part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, You've probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting. Gala, yeah, and High told me a little about it too. Lua, right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. Honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bay means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed. Which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Gala, well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? Yeah, that's true. Gala, although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organising things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bay to spend too much money, but he's right, that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. I'm realising that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bay. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. They're always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Hyde, why don't you tell your fiancé that? Yeah, what if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? Hyde, that's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? You are right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. Bay wants to honour that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Lure. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. Hyde, I swear you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think. Instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realise that's the important bit, right? Lua, I mean, genuinely, yes, I get that, but how does it apply here? Hyde, what do you think it means to honour your partnership? Lua, to celebrate it properly for starters. Hyde, right. And who are you in that partnership with? Lua, I believe you've met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Hyde, right, I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married, and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship, you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Hyde, thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just, my family might have certain expectations. Hyde, did they openly say that? No. Hyde, then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone, or to fight with them, or anything. But you shouldn't put their needs above your own. Lua, I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. Hyde, my pleasure. Gala, amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Honestly. Hyde the therapist. Me? Huh. Hyde G, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counsellor. But I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Lua, are you looking to change careers, Hyde? Gala, he's bored of modelling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark, wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modelling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modelling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. Hello, Papa. Hello, baby. Hello. Are you okay? Yeah. Oh, I've missed you too. Hello. She got a studio, looked at outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad, my granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience, something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual posing, switching poses, some more, but something felt different. Then I realised what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Lua, is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. Felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. Thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her darkroom. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. Carla, you did always have a fondness for the dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know, and me I could recognise. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story, and it gives me an idea, I think, or another career for you. Carla, please share Lua. You'll be doing us both a solid. Go on then. Lua, well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captures the light and light beautifully, and it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who, me? Gala, no, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Lua, oh well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental, and you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents, but most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole life. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. Hyde, you're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. Lua, it's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. Hyde, that career in the mafia is really looking up. Gala, you're hopeless. I'm feeling asleep. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Hyde, yeah, alright. Well, that's my cue as well. Have some thinking to do. Maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. Hope your next adventure is is a good one. Hyde, it will be. Good night, Lua. Gala, good night. Lua, see you later. Me, good night, you two. Alright, here we go again. Last one sitting. Me, indeed. Proper night owls. Hyde, you didn't say anything about the wedding photographer either. It's ridiculous, right? Me, that's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. Sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience, and you do like being around people, don't you? Hyde, I do sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing. Yeah, so you don't believe in love? Alright, of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers, but at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person, and they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one, not really. I'd know the one time I tried, it really didn't work out. Me, but do you regret trying? Hyde. No, I guess I don't. Confirm for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's giving me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if, for most of them, it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wing. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute, when I said we'd be together forever, and I meant it, I sure felt alive. Yeah, if you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. Hyde, you're a tricksy one, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Yeah, of course. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. I hope we... Am I part of the hive mind? Hyde, oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides... Well, it's all boiled down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness, Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, and new technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now, in a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will, am I right? Me, that is very perceptive of you. Hyde, hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. Me, I suppose that's true. Hyde, so anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Me, thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We'll make sure it's not misplaced. We again? What is we? Hyde, I know you are. And on that note, I guess I'm going to browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Me, indeed. Hyde, take care of yourself, friend. Me, and you as well. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde, but some of us will. Us? Bro, there is something going on with this game, bro. I'm sure I'm part of the hive or something. Like, I'm like Silver. Because I'm sure it called Silver sibling earlier. Like the barrister. Us. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. Maybe I'm a robot. New image recognition. Tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. Thick, you know what I mean? Me. Good evening. Officer, welcome. Jorgi, hey Vanquish. Me, how are you doing? Officer. Jorgi, oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. Me, no worries. Work issues. Jorgi, what else? Me, I'm all ears if you want to chat. Jorgi, you're a pal. I'm in a real bind. Me, what happened? Jorgi, well, never-ending workplace issues aside. Things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Me, are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analysing CCTV footage the last couple of days. Ah, I see. Me, how did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Jorgi, yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner and disappeared. Could have been anything like rats or cats, but neither fits with what I heard on the scene. The footsteps, you know, the laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Me, giggles. Can werebeasts giggle? Jorgi, not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps really. Yeah, I see. So what's next? Jorgi, I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know. I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Fiona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Me, oh, what about them? Jorgi, as it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such. Me, oh, Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk too? Jorgi, probably. Not anymore though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Me, apparitions? Jorgi. Yep. Apparitions like ghosts. Ghosts. Jorgi. Ghosts. Me, I see. Jorgi, what do you mean, I see? Me, Jorgi, doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? Me, I'm not sure I follow. Georgia, bud, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Me. Ah, right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? Me. It could be. Georgia. Georgia, don't get how you can be so calm about this. Me? Huh? Well... Why wouldn't I be? Am I a ghost? Me. I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world even. Sometimes, literally. Georgia, you're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Me. Don't say that. Everyone has their own... I know what the fuck that word is, what? Pesadillos? Pesad... Ah, bruh. I'm leaving it. Georgia, true that. Me. If you don't mind telling me though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Georgie, gosh no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway. Me, that's understandable. Georgie, all you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Me. Oh. Georgie, suggestion is a very powerful thing. But that's all I'm willing to share for now. Yeah. Okay, thanks for sharing. Georgie, you know, it's funny. My grandpa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. Me, I see, that makes sense. Georgia, they're the kind of people who could see things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know the Zen rock garden thing from Japan? They understand the zenness of it. I don't, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? Me, I think you almost got it. Georgia, yeah. But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. Me, I'm sorry to hear that. Georgia, don't be. Georgia, on that note, you've seen my lighter, right? Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yeah. Georgie, my bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honourably discharged due to the severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. Yeah. Georgia. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Meh, right. Georgia, now, about the street. You see, my grandpop liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. Sometimes he'd go hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Ah, I see. Georgia, you see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess at what it is? You mean... Georgia, Bourne Street. Uh-huh. Wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean that the vendors he was talking about? Georgia, bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Jorgi, are you sure it's only a coincidence? Eh, what do you mean? Jorgi, come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences. Everything is lining up too perfectly if you ask me. Eh, Jorgi, think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then, my car was hit out of everyone's. Right? Jorgi. Then, my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see? Right. Jorgi. Then one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. Tell me, who's in charge of that case? Me. Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market, information I wouldn't have even have remembered on my own. Right. Jorgi, and now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list them all in order like that, Jorgi, I'm telling you, Vanquish, this place is calling for me. The case is made for me. Jorgi, they really picked the wrong guy. They really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know. But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Jorgi, not when it comes to supernatural stuff, because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. Jorgi, what's that? Nah, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Jorgi, yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme, from local comforts to really special stuff. Kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Jorgi, it's something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey and lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Jorgi, protection from what though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe it'll help ease your mind a bit. Jorgi, gotcha. But even if the whole situation is haunted, shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. Jorgi, for what? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. Jorgi, what are you going to make me anyway? I trust you. Yeah. Exudes an interesting theme. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned. Magical drink I've learned. What was it he just said? You see, fucking coffee, honey, lemon. Coffee, honey, lemon. Brew. Oh, fancy. Very nice. Jorgi. Oh wow. Drink does light up, huh? drink does light up, huh? Me, yep, this is special just for you. So, don't tell anybody. Jorgi, roger that. Me, here you go. Oof, careful. Jorgi, bang. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? Me, I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Jorgi, I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Yeah, I'll say that. I'm always happy to help, however I can. Jorgi, thanks. Man, at least with crooks you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Question mark, not with that attitude. No. Here. Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. The Queen? Is that you? The Queen? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. Is that his ex-partner, Jorgi? Ah, it is you. I'm surprised they just keep coming this week. The Queen, let me go over there. You know each other? Jorgi, more or less. We were brunch buddies. Me, brunch buddies? Jorgi, brunch buddies. The Queen, I feel like I'm meant to say brunch buddies in the same serious tone. But I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. Jorgi, I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive. The Queen, we were truly the lucky ones. Jorgi, without a doubt. Me, I'll just take the both of your words for it. The Queen, good. Because I don't like to talk about it. Jorgi, so what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. The Queen, secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet, but enough about me, tell me about your supernatural problems. Jorgi, yep. Queen, you need to bust a ghost. Jorgi, oh, well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Vanquish about getting over my fear of that stuff. The Queen, a ghost? Jorgi, something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. I remember that. Jorgi, I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Queen, sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts. Jorgi, how do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. Queen, I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's all. Jorgi, yeah, that makes sense. Queen, you know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Queen, I remember this one case we were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband had recently passed away, but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take it. Anyway, we had to go in and exercise the place, right? But the husband, he's caught wind and he's retreated into the basement. We'll get into the technicalities of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home, all this stuff is still there, it's hard, I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute all this romantic music is playing. The whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. Then, before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at the pottery wheel and he's behind me. Hey, wait. Isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? I'm going, oh. Maybe. We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Georgia, riveting. Hey detective. Hey people, I don't know. Green, did you get your important errand sorted? I sure did. Green, Dula, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. Dula, that's just the rain. It's very ready rain. Green, it's filling all over your top lip. Dula, that's blood from a gunshot wound, it's healed up though. Green, you're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. Dula, that's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So, what'd I miss? McQueen were talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Georgia, hey. Yeah, ghosts? McQueen, yeah, you're afraid of them, right, dude? Dude, no idea, never met one. McQueen, we've stopped a ghost, right? Dude, ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them? Easy. McQueen, there you go, I guess. Sorry that wasn't much help. Georgia, yeah. What you said, that they're just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. McQueen, exactly. They used to be alive just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Georgia, very reassuring. McQueen, just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Dula, which should be easy since you can see through them. Georgia, I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. McQueen, it's best to not overthink anything he says. Dooley, I certainly don't. Dooley is hench. He a buff boy. Georgia, well, thanks for the advice. I think it will help. McQueen, our pleasure. McQueen, now Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. Yeah, I already did. McQueen, Dooley, turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. McQueen, instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yeah. McQueen, why? Dooley, the driver was Chupacabra. McQueen, right. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Georgie, thanks, McQueen, a lot. You too, officer Dooley. Dooley, bye guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, coffee wizard. Coffee wizard. Meh, take care. Me, that was quite something. Georgia, well, what do you know? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. Yeah, I'm very glad you do, Georgia. Thanks anyway. Yeah, I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? Georgia, okay enough to start thinking about what to do next? I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Me, please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Jorgi, will do. Me, alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Miss Fiona, welcome. Fiona, hello. Me, how's the traffic out there? It's a mess. Fiona, there's a construction work taking place on Lenore Avenue. Me, oof. Hang on, we haven't checked Tom of the Chill today, I don't think. Don't think so anymore. In fact, I've been blood sober for 10 years now. Favourite thing. Good shit. What I'm doing with my life. Currently a model pass stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Gala, veteran, now working in hospital. Good shit. The girl always has her secrets. Top of the morning to you, hungover but feeling awesome. Just spent almost 2 hours checking on the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games is just staggering. No delivery today, we'll resume tomorrow. Do you know why the cities from France are more musical than ones from America? Because they have French horns. I like that. Is it bad that I like that joke? I feel like it kind of is, right? Yeah, I can imagine the gridlock already. And unfortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. Yeah, that's great. I'm happy you're here. Is there anything I can make for you this evening? You know, I'd like something for my throat. I'd appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Okay, easy, easy. Lemon and a touch of honey. A tea, lemon and a honey. Tea, lemon, honey. Tea, lemon, honey. Midsummer Night's Dream. Ooh, yes. Cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. That's what we call it here. Rihanna, how whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet, but well balanced with the lemon, and the slight bitterness of tea completes the taste. Thank you. Me, you're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Jorgi by a few seconds. Rihanna, is that so? How is it? Yeah, he's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Rihanna? Oh. Me, he's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. Rihanna, I see. Would you mind doing me a favour? Yeah. Oh, what do you need? Rihanna, could you give my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh! An email address and phone number are written on it belong to Rihanna June. Rihanna's contacted him. A piece of blue card with an email address and phone number. Rihanna, what I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. Me, that's entirely understandable though. Rihanna, but it is not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires any assistance, please do let me know. It is the least I could do, as I realised there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer Jorgi is a human, and we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information and such. Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, okay. I just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone. Yeah, it's fine, I get it. You know, I'm glad. Yeah, I'd say you've already helped him out in more ways than one. Rihanna. Oh. Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little. Yeah, no, nothing. I'll pass this off to him. Rihanna. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late. Don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic, you know? Me. You know, I'm all ears. Rihanna, that may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? Rihanna, you know, I've had a conversation with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good or bad thing? Rihanna, it's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had settled life objective, but I have been doubting it lately. How come? Rihanna, I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? Rihanna, no. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. Rihanna, she explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I'm thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. So, what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? Rihanna, in essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known. Oh. Rihanna, sounds familiar, doesn't it? You could probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you can give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand. Rihanna, I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. Rihanna, she did however remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well... Oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure that the so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to do the way more than just making a few calls or waiting for callbacks, you know. I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Rihanna, thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Notice is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I could certainly see how it worked out for her. But then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? Rihanna, I don't know. Is it difficult? Rihanna, no more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. and being rejected by every single one. But for some reason, I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence, although perhaps it was more like a necessity. Did something happen? Rihanna, he was stuck. Pardon? Rihanna, actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Oh. Might have seen it. Rihanna, did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule, responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud. All sounds in order. Rihanna, and extremely drunk. Really? I look at Lucas drunk texting and phoning. Rihanna, he denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Kerry Park without realising he had done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Rihanna, well, I wouldn't know. Bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 PM. Which is why I sent him a message informing him on that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right. Rihanna, so he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transport nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? Rihanna, he told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight. Rihanna, why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Touche. Touche. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet, and I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Rihanna, wasn't it partying? Rihanna, nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. Rihanna, it appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh. I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected. Rihanna, perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well. Miss Rihanna, however, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Rihanna, is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can they still be so positive? What do you mean? Rihanna, I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I've received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? I fuck with Rihanna, you know. Like, Rihanna's actually speaking cold, hard facts, bro. Cold, hard facts. Right. That's why it doesn't work that way. Rihanna, what do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. Rihanna, I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardised, wouldn't it? Rihanna, however, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance, or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles. Or be able to safely recognise warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still. Me, Miss Rihanna. Rihanna. Ah, yeah. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. Me, you're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? Rihanna, I picked him up and drove him home. Me, oh. But I thought you were located in Bellevue. Rihanna, I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly nearing the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him. Yeah, I say. How was his singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. Yeah. Rihanna, his hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into the car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through to his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, he started to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet. Hope he didn't get sick then. His fur? I guess he would be hairy, right? Like underneath, like his arms and shit. Maybe. Rihanna, I should go now. Yeah. Alright, will you be okay? Rihanna, I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns. Yeah, no problem at all. Anytime. Rihanna, have a good evening. Me, come back again soon. Sorted. We're sailing. We're fucking sailing, let me tell you. I gotta be honest though. I don't think we're completing this tonight. Which means I'll have to buy it. Because it does disappear off Game Pass tomorrow. But I'm not too arsed. I want support. Fuck it. At least it's pretty. Research responds over alleged algae invasion. Door tech teams up with gold mix industry to produce self-healing concrete technology. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? No. Haters gonna hate though. Baileys? Yeah. Knock anyone there. Right, folks, what we're going to do is we are going to save there. Been a lovely little time here. And we are on day 11. So that's pretty cool. We've made quite a bit of progress today then. We went from day 3, I think. So I'm happy with that. But yes, folks, I am going to end it there. Thank you all so much for joining me over the 2 streams today. We've been going for about 6 hours in total then today, which isn't too bad, you know. Trying to keep that consistency going. And we're going to be doing that for pretty much the rest of the week as well. I'm going to use tomorrow as a little rest day. And then Wednesday we're back. On Wednesday, what am I thinking? Wee bit of Persona. Need to get back on Persona because I'm now losing like the feeling of the game. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna jump into Persona on Wednesday, and there's a few releases coming this week as well. Flintlock smoking. I forgot what it's called. Flintlock. The Japanese mythology looking game that I really like the look of, and a few others. So we're definitely going to check out more games that are on Game Pass and that are coming to Game Pass day 1 and whatnot. And yeah, we're just going to have a great time. So we will get to Coffee Talk again eventually. I need to buy it, so that is first things first on the release, you know what I mean? But yeah, folks, once I've bought it and everything, we'll get back to Coffee Talk, which we will finish. And I hope they're making an episode for it. I think they are. I think they've already confirmed they are doing that. I love these games. I hope you lot are having a fantastic time with them as well. It's just a relaxing vibe. And yeah, folks, but as you can see, it's going dark. My ceiling light still doesn't work. We need to change the bulb and whatnot. So I can't do streams in the dark at the minute because can't turn on a light. So bad experience for you lot. So for now, we're gonna end it there. I need to actually have dinner and whatnot as well because I haven't ate properly today. I know, bad boy. I know. I hear ya. Thank you for caring. But as per usual, folks, that's it from me. I did all the plugs earlier, so the only plug I've got is go check out b3hole.co.uk. 29th of July we reopen. We've got our B-Hole Blanks collection. Our Blanks collection are for any occasion, folks. Men and women, if you want a plain white tee, plain black tee, there's a few other colours on there. Go ahead, get yours right now. If you're into our more lucrative designs and forgetting the word, elaborate designs, then check back at the end of August where we will have a bunch of cool designs coming your way. For now though, folks, I've been Vanquish, and as per usual, stay blessed and be whole. Bye.